Hey, welcome back to the GradGuide channel. My name is Ryan Samuel, and today we're going to talk about one very important topic, which is your statement of purpose or SOP. SOP is something which has perplexed students years and years and years now. What we are hoping to come at today is that what is an SOP first of all? Your statement of purpose is a strategic document. It's not just your CV or something like that. And in your statement of purpose, your universities get to understand you and why you're applying for the university. But there is one simple thing we've learned over the last 20 years on how you can actually elevate your SOP and have that killer pitch for universities. But let's address the basics first. So let's start from the introduction. From the introduction, what can you actually say about yourself and how can you actually start your SOP? Your SOP ends up starting off very bland if you just talk very generic things about your life and childhood. But where you can actually add a little bit of flavor is that if you start with a small little personal anecdote or a story and then show how that actually grew into your adulthood. As an example, a student actually mentioned that my mother struggled with Alzheimer's. So I got into the space to understand what is the limitations with the medicines in the area. And that pursued my lifelong research into biomolecular sciences. And lastly, I think the most important point is to show why that university and why that course. Think of it as a simple puzzle. You just have to show what the missing piece is in the puzzle, and that's going to be your university and course. Why that university and course is the next step in your entire journey and how that's going to help you in your global career. Just remember that mention specific course modules and specific research that can actually help you increase your admission chances. So let's start with the basics. What is there in an SOP and what does your structure look like? Firstly, your introduction. You need to specify who are you. Secondly, you need to look at what are your academic backgrounds and also what internships or work experience have you had in your recent past. Lastly, you need to also address why you're selecting that university and why you're selecting that course. And to conclude it all, you need to show the application team why they should select you for that course. Now coming to your academic background. In your academic background, the whole point is to show your academic journey. In your academic journey, it's very important to show that in your 12th, why did you select certain subjects and how did you perform in them? And if you're going for your masters, you also have to show how that trend affected your trajectory in your bachelor's, where you show which subjects and how you performed in them as well. And do not think that you have to hide your KTs or backlogs or even a gap year. Just show an explanation for them and I'm sure the university will understand. So in your work and internship experience, it's very important to just show how your academic journey played into your work. How did what you study actually affect what you're doing at your work? And also further on how your projects and how your things that you've taken up at work are actually going to affect your future decisions in terms of your masters and your global career as well. And let's talk about what you should avoid with your SOP as well. Firstly, please no ChatGPT or AI. It's going to ruin your SOP. You can help it give you borders, but not an entire framework. What you also should end up avoiding is that no emotional stories. There needs to be a fine line between a sob story and what is relevant for the application team. You need to show clear purpose and not a whole over explanation of what events have happened in your life. And lastly, please stick to the word count. Every SOP in every university has a specific word count, and if you don't stick to it, they might just end up rejecting your application. And now for that final tip which I mentioned that's going to take your SOP to the next level is that think of your SOP as a story. Do not think of it as just a point by point description of who you are, but actually try to think of reading a story. Every story needs a happy ending, right? So you have to think about how that university and course is going to give you that final missing piece of your puzzle. And hey, if you want to understand what do we do at GradGuide to get you a good SOP, you can just check out the template in our description and you'll be set.